alluded to trying to extract some additional functions out of this. So let's just use color div as a guinea pig here. Basically, I just think handle submit is doing too darn much. It's pretty darn long. I can't even fit it all on screen. Granted, I have kind of a huge font size, but still, it's doing a lot of stuff. It's dealing with the actual submit event. It's building a whole bunch of DOM nodes. It's appending them. Really, in a perfect world, I would want that method to just deal with the event and call a bunch of other functions that do the heavy lifting if I want to start changing the page. So let's just make a function that's going to build this color div. So I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to call it renderColor. And here's what I wish. I wish I could just pass the color in as a string and have it give me the div back. So I'm going to give it an argument of color. It doesn't have to be a favorite color. It could be a hair color. It could be an eye color. Doesn't matter. I just want to take a color in, give a div back. So it should return something like this, right? But instead of favorite color, it's whatever color was passed in as the argument. Make sense? So let's test that by itself. Let's not even call it from anywhere yet. In my console, I saved and refreshed the page. I should be able to call renderColor and pass in a color, like blue. Behold, it gave me back this string that looks like HTML. I'd say it worked. Having done that, down in handle submit, where we say color item inner HTML equals this, instead of color div, we would just say render color passing in favorite color. Right, because favorite color already has the value from the form. If we pass that in as the argument to render color, we tried that here. That should give us back a string that looks like this. Let's try it out. Deanna, what's your favorite color? Everybody's favorite color is blue. I'll give you at least an interesting kind of shade here. I like that one. That's pretty good. About 9. Deanna, it worked. Not bad. But all this HTML as a string, we like using create element, don't we? It's our new best friend. Think we could do that? Let's try to replace this with create element. So I'm going to make a div here. Document dot create element what? I want it to be the same as this thing. What kind of element am I creating? You're gosh darn right. It's a div. So now we need to mess with its style. We can do that through div.style. So the style property on an HTML element itself has a bunch of properties for all of the CSS properties. Now in JavaScript, we don't use hyphens to separate multiple words. We use camel casing as a general rule. The truth is, some of the older DOM methods are wildly inconsistent in this regard, but it's consistent when it comes to CSS. So background color camel case like this. equals color, whatever was passed in as the argument. div.style.width equals the string 100px, not the number 100. That doesn't mean anything. It has to be 100 something. The string 100px div.style.height equals 50px. Why say in one line what you could say in 4? I know, this is a little more complicated, but it helps us understand how this stuff actually works. And then we just need to make sure that we return that thing. So now what's going to happen? Before renderColor was returning what kind of thing? It was actually returning a string, right? Not an actual div. Now it's returning a real live div. Say, Zoe, did you ever put an umlaut over the E? Ah. Ha. I just want to, I know how to do it, so I'm going to do it. Favorite color? Turquoise. Fancy. How's that? That close? Age? I won't make you say. Let's say, Oh, did somebody say, oh, she's whispering back there. Heidi's telling secrets. I bet she knows how old you are, and she's telling Athene. Let's just type some stuff. Okay. There you go. You should be proud to have survived that long. Not too many people can say that. Okay, favorite color is object HTML div element, just like she said, right? Gosh, dang it. That's not what we said. What happened? Well, it tried to turn it into a string since it isn't a string, and that's how it does that. It'd be nice if it just turned it into an HTML, but it doesn't. So how could we get that? If we're expecting a string down here, how could we get a string out of that? So what would the inner HTML of that div be? Nothing. There's nothing inside that div, right? It's just an empty div with some CSS. So that's inner HTML. What if we also had outer HTML? I bet we do. Let's try it. Dot outer HTML. Oh, Jackie. Oh, man, I told you. I have to turn my head so far. It's easy to forget you're there. What's your favorite color, Jackie? Brown. That's pretty brown. Age. Go. It worked. So the inner HTML is everything inside the two tags. The outer HTML is everything including the two tags. Just like magic. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm going to commit it. Extract color div into a separate function.